shining, shining, nice and bright, bright. The birds are chirping, chirping,
and I'm ready to fly.
Time to get ready, ready
for another day.
Hey, no one can stop us. Oh, we gon' learn and play. Oh, every day we learn and play. We do our best, so we'll be great.
Oh, 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 oh.
You do your best, best,
and I do mine.
Mine. So let's get ready, ready, ready. 'Cause it's about that time. Good morning, morning, you. Good morning, how do you do? Good morning, time to be great. Good morning, time to race. Good morning,
Your dance and play.
good morning,
So start the day.
good morning, open your eyes. Good morning,
Reach for the sky.
good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do? Good morning, 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 morning to you. Good morning, 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 how do you do?
Good morning.
You see me on my grind,
Woo, stars got to shine.
I'm a supernova.
Yeah, you see me taking over. Yeah.
I'm on the move. I gotta wait.
Uh-oh.
We live.
Uh-oh.
Guess you thought I was playing.
How y'all doing this morning? This is the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Morning Call. Wake Up Call. It's your boy Custom. Portia, where you at? You not frozen, are you? Well, if you guys are tuned in on Facebook Live, welcome to this wonderful Tuesday morning.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to fix my connection issues. Can y'all hear me? Because I look crazy.
We can hear you now.
Can y'all see me? Because it's stuck on my screen.
You good now.
And I look crazy. Oh, is it moving? Because it's not moving for me.
Mhm.
Okay, whatever. Let me look on Facebook. Because I look crazy on my screen, y'all. Anyway, good morning. It's Tech Tuesday, ironically. I gotta get my stuff together. What's good, Custom?
I'm good. I'm trying to get it activated this morning. I would say I was out last night, but I don't want to tell on myself nor my city. But yeah, last night went to a little makeshift comedy show thing. It was out in Midtown. So, I mean, that was pretty good, pretty dope. I think it was a little bit more people than expected than it needed to be in the building, but we're going to keep that on the hush. It was some dope talent out. Coach K and Clay from Grand Hustle, they were in the building just checking out, just vibing. So a few different nice, cool industry folks was in the building. But today, like Portia said, it's Tech Tuesday, as well as it is National Read Across America Day. So shout out to all of the authors that's out here, you know what I mean? The youth that's in school reading. We got a lot of great authors to talk about. Also, today is Dr. Seuss's birthday. Shout out to Dr. Seuss. You know what I mean? A legend. So we got a lot of good stuff to talk about today. I'm not sure where Portia's at, but it's Tech Tuesday. We're getting it together. So soon we're gonna be having a break. But let's just jump into this Dr. Seuss. Read Across America Day celebrates the I don't know if this is the 117th birthday of Theodore Seuss, but he is phenomenally known for his classics, Green Eggs and Ham. Actually, that was written on a $50 bet when his publisher challenged him to write a book using 50 words or less. Get that. That's pretty interesting. Let's jump into some more stories real fast. Over the weekend, we see that Nas partnered with Eddie Murphy to create Coming to America merchandise. The movie, as you all know, the sequel to Coming to America drops this Friday. That's March the 5th, I believe. Yes. But Nas performing at One Music Fest from this picture. 1 second. So Nas says he's been a huge fan since the original movie came out in 1988. His brand History is all about celebrating history with an emphasis on Black history. Get that? African history and royalty. Nas said that the collection is a statement. With this collab, we aim to we aim to capture that royal essence of Zamunda while representing the street style of Queens, New York to the world. Nas also interviewed the comedian for Complex and told the esteemed funny man that someone revealed to him this year that they just found out Eddie played the old Jewish character in the film. Get that? But shout outs to them. We should be seeing that coming out shortly. I'm excited to see the movie, y'all. What y'all think? I think that it's gonna be pretty dope. I think you know what I mean, it's gonna be pretty cool. Earlier this week, I think it was either yesterday, we spoke about how Eddie he forced his daughter to audition for the movie just to make sure that she was all the way prepared for the role, which I think was good. You know what I mean? Sometimes, a lot of times actually, nepotism is a big thing that people often try to like at least make sure that they strive away from or steer away from, excuse me. And I kudos to them, man. Kudos to them. Because I feel like, you know, if your talent really speaks, let it speak for itself and let it be meritocracy, and you get in there and you really earn that role. And so, yeah, it's going to be a lot of cool people in that from what I've been hearing. We got a break coming up at 8:09. I don't know where I don't know where Portia's at. You know, she's going to be back soon.
I was
But
trying to get my
Portia?
stuff together. It's not working. I don't know if you can see me or not.
No,
Can
not
you
yet.
see me?
Not yet. Let's
I
check
don't
in with
know what's
Facebook and
going
see.
on. So y'all can hear me, but y'all can't see me.
Correct.
Talk. Okay.
Eugene Parker
So,
says, good morning from Las Vegas and the Preacher Kids. Good morning
morning.
to you, Eugene Parker. Jeffrey Hicks, good morning. Happy Tuesday. Beautiful show. Thank you. Thank you. Divine Lawson, peace and positivity. Shout outs to you. Peace and positivity going back to you as well. Y'all check in with us on Facebook Live. We are going live today. This is Tech Tuesday for yo rolling out wake up morning call. You know what I mean? We getting it right. Let me share the story.
Tech
Let me
Tuesday, and
share
I'm
the
having
story.
some tech difficulties. I'm trying.
The
You
irony
talking
of
now,
it.
no custom. I think I'm having some technical difficulties, y'all. I can come back after the break. I should be good after the break. But I did want to touch on that nepotism that is rampant in Hollywood, and I was happy that Eddie Murphy had his daughter Bella Murphy try out for the show. But I really
Oh,
want to
you
talk
back?
about. Am I back? Because I can't see nothing.
Yes, you
But it's
back.
fine. But I really want to talk about how sometimes I think that is not. Let's keep it real. I don't think it's real. Like, I think they make you go through the motions because they want to give you a sense of reality. But I don't necessarily think that it is true. So let's talk about that after the break, y'all. Good morning.
For sure.
Good morning, y'all.
Good morning.
My stuff should be fixed when we come back.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
America, land of the free. It's at the core of who we are. Freedom. The freedom to live without fear, to drive through all 50 states, to sleep safely in our own beds, the freedom to jog where we please, to watch birds in the park, to wear a hoodie, the freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because no matter your religion, gender, disability, age, race, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter.
COVID-19 has hit our community real hard.
We're dying from coronavirus at almost double the national rate.
If we come together, we have the power to save what matters to us, our Black lives.
There's power in protecting your loved ones.
There's power in wearing a mask and social distancing.
There's power in knowing the facts and using your voice.
Let's fight COVID-19. Visit bethepowerofus.org.
Going live.
Welcome back. This is your boy Custom. You are tuned into the Rolling Out Morning, Wake Up Morning Call, Wake Up Call, all of that. You know what I mean? Tech Tuesday. Ironically, Tech Tuesday is coming in with a vengeance and trying not to allow Portia and Monique to be great this morning, but we gonna be great. So during the break, I just read this story about Eddie, speaking of which, of how he was talking to Meg when he was asked about doing a collab with Meg. And he says, you can't turn a pop culture corner. He says, speaking of which, you can't turn a pop culture corner without seeing Meg Thee Stallion first and foremost. Let's say that, because she is everywhere. But with the reprise of Coming to America 2, we have been hearing a lot about Eddie. And speaking of which, he was saying when asked about whether or not he would do a collab with Meg, he says that he couldn't work with Meg because, jokingly, he said he'd be next to her with his old ass playing his guitar. Now, that's pretty funny, but I wouldn't mind seeing the Eddie Murphy and Meg Thee Stallion collab kind of thing, maybe, even if it was possibly just on the screen, acting or whatever. Meg is kind of silly in a good way, I mean, but I think that will work with Eddie and just kind of rolling off of all of his characteristics and his charisma. But that would be interesting to see. I heard that she's actually dating somebody new now. Have y'all heard about that? Party? I don't know what he's actually known for, song wise, but I guess he's a rapper as well. So at least she's finding love. Shout outs to Meg. And I'm just tired of hearing about that Meg and Tory story. You know what I mean? Like, this is not being insensitive to the whole shooting or allegedly shooting, but I'm just tired of hearing about the story. I'm kind of ready for them to kind of just do what they do and put it to rest, and we keep going on. And she just making some dope music. And Tori, you keep making dope music. Portia, you back? Unmute yourself.
Okay. I'm not muted.
Oh, I can hear you. Okay, now I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just saying, I don't know if I'm back or not. My technical issue. It's Tech Tuesdays. I need to have a Geek Squad come out to my house so they can fix my connection. Anyway, I heard you talking about Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez, and apparently Meg has found new love. If that's the case, good for her. But I did want to let her know. How old is she? How old is Meg? Do you know?
I think she's about 24, 23, 24. She's not
She in
25
her
yet.
20s.
I know that. Yeah.
Okay, so okay, okay, so that's cool.
She's still
So,
getting it together. She's in that Lori range.
I didn't know she was that young.
Maybe she just
Anyway, what's the
appears.
name? Yeah, so Slim Thug was on the show a couple weeks ago, and he was looking for love, and I was
Mhm.
gonna suggest it, but he's turning 40 and she's 24. I wouldn't suggest that. Like, here's my thing. Here's my philosophy with your 20s. Like, you get a pass for everything in your 20s, but in that same regard, you should also go and explore everything in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the
Absolutely.
times that you should being your wildest, being your freest, out there living your life. And sometimes when you get an older guy, for women, it kind of slows you down. That's all I'm saying.
I can see that because I've felt the converse to it, to where I've dated an older woman and I was the young 20 something, and I was feeling like it was
What?
slowing me down. Like, no, no, no,
Let's
no,
get
no.
into it. Hold on,
Hey,
y'all. Where's my button?
this is when
Bam,
this is
bam, bam,
this is when I was young. This was probably
bam.
when
Okay,
I was
okay.
like maybe a freshman in college type of thing. You know what I mean? Where you really ready to be out here and you're just kind of like exploring and you experiencing and you're free and you don't want to feel like I'm being tied down too soon. You know what I mean? And it's no shade. I actually ended
Yeah.
up being where I prefer women that are more mature. You know what I mean? Just because I think that
Mhm.
they understand and they just get it. They get more things because of
Yeah.
their mindset, as opposed to the younger ones that's like, all they want to do is just party. All they want to do is just be out and just be reckless. So,
Yeah, that's what.
what
Be
about you?
reckless in your 20s, have fun in your 20s, live in your 20s, because in my book, you get a pass for everything. You get a pass for everything in your 20s, unless it's illegal, of course, and you get caught up. But you get a pass for everything in your 20s until 29 and 364 days of your life. On that 365th day of your 29th year, when you turn 30, it's a wrap. There you
Yeah.
go. So do all you can in your 20s, have fun, explore, live, take the risk, take the chance, take every single opportunity, so that you can say that you lived and you have some experience and exposure.
No, for sure. I
And
think
sometimes,
I think one of
yeah.
your no, I was gonna say I think one of your positive thoughts from last week was to go out and make mistakes. I don't like to say fail, but make mistakes because
Mhm.
that gives you character and it builds character and it gives you just more different perspective because how do you win if you've never lost? So you don't know how to correct those different mistakes or failures or losses or learning from it. So I mean, I think that your 20s should be filled with just exploring, and if mistakes occur, learn from those mistakes because it'll just make you just that much more of a well-rounded and solid individual once you get into your 30s and you start your accumulation period and going into your hyper accumulation period if you are blessed, and that'll happen.
Agreed. Before we transition into Sisters with Superpowers, did we say hello to Facebook? Because I was trying to get it together, so I don't know. But good morning, y'all. Oh, we did say good morning to Eugene because he's in Vegas. Good morning, Divine Lawson. Peace and positivity your way too. Iris Baker. Hey girl, hey. She said she couldn't wait to see the movie. She said she gotta. Oh, I gotta get me an English decap. Or are you talking about
I think she was
custom?
saying me.
Kathy trying to. Okay, Kathy trying to fit you with a custom D old English hat from Detroit. Whatever though. Good morning, Kathleen. Iris. Oh, D Shield said, good morning to Iris. It was a great interview. Love talking one on one with Romeo. We missed it. We got to go back and find it. D Shield, you was talking to Romeo. You did an interview with Romeo. I saw it. It was on Saturday, but I didn't see the interview. I think I saw that you were advertising it. Gwen Nash. Everyone's growing pains is different. Good morning. Candace Benson. She said, my grandmother always said, if you don't bump your head, you never gonna have good sense. Girl, hold on. There's my positive thought of the day. If you don't bump your head, you'll never have good sense. All right,
I
Candace
like that.
Benson. Thanks for that. That's definitely my positive thought of the day. Okay, Kathleen. Kathleen said custom look like he can appreciate some seasoned sauce. I'ma just leave that one right there.
Hey,
And I'ma say good morning to Gwen Nash because Gwen is also in the comments. Good morning to everybody that's in the comments, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. You rolling out with the Rolling Out AM wake up call with your favorite host, Portia Monique, and Custom over there who need an
let's
English
go.
G hat. Gotta get you a hat.
Hey, I'm with it. Like I told her, get at me. Let's go. You know what I mean? I like
Don't
my
do
hats.
that.
What's that?
You don't.
Don't
Okay. Let's
you know?
let's
You know?
get into Renee.
Drip me
What
out.
you saying?
Go ahead.
No, Renee Blewett. I don't have her pulled up, but she's a filmmaker, and she shares why she shows up to fight for all women. So, of course, you guys know today is the second day of Women's History Month, and we want to salute sisters with superpowers all month long. And so today we are highlighting Renee Blewett. She is a filmmaker, woman advocate, and all around just fights for women's issues, justice, and all of that. So kudos to her. The name of her, I'm trying to look it up, y'all. Give me a second, because y'all know I'm still having technical difficulties. It's on my part, y'all. But the name of her film is, and it's running slow. Do I look slow? Not literally, I look slow. Custom, if you could pull it up because it's not coming up for me. But I think it's I can't even see the ticker, TJ. So anyway, if you could take it over, I can't see it because it's not coming up for me.
Got you. 1 second.
On my phone. Okay. Let's see. Rolling Out. Anyway, the story is on rollingout.com right now. Make sure y'all go and watch all of the sisters with superpowers. They are on the site, y'all.
So
my internet it just went out. You see it yet, Custom?
hold on. Trying to hold on.
Keep talking. Can't be quiet.
Okay, sorry, y'all. Voice of God. Y'all heard TJ. We ain't heard TJ in a while. Hey.
But Renee, she is okay. Back. Sorry about that, guys. We'll come back.
Sorry, y'all.
To Renee. But what about nepotism before we went to the break? You said you had some.
You know what? I'm glad that you brought that back up. So in Hollywood, so we're on like I don't know our generation, fourth generation of Black Hollywood excellence and all of that, right? And so a lot of the times, like the kids are coming up. So you see O'Shea Jr. playing. I see Bella Murphy in the movie with Eddie. You see who else is a kid that followed it? Jaden and
John
Willow Smith. Well,
and John Washington.
John Washington.
John David.
Is it John David Washington?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you see them following in the footsteps of their parents, but a lot of the times you will hear that I made my daughter audition because they wanted to give them a sense of reality or a dose of reality. And sometimes I think they're just going through the motions to give them that sense of reality. And I they know that automatically the role is going to go to their child, right? However, so when the movie Salt and Pepper came out, I
Hmm.
interviewed the lead ladies of that, Layla Odom and Gigi Townsend, and Layla Odom played Pepper. And there was it wasn't even a bit of controversy because she spoke about it in the interview. It's on rolling out right now under Star Studio. But I asked her the question about, her getting the role over Pep's real life birth daughter. And I just thought, that process wasn't real. I thought that, okay, my daughter wants to play me. That's the natural fit. And that's what we're going to go with. But the daughter auditioned and she didn't get the part. So
Wow.
that was the one case where, that was the one case where I saw that, it was real. But anyway, that was just my little 2 cents on it. Sometimes I just think that they make people go through the motions, like with Eddie Murphy, of course, because I think he was one of the producers on that show, executive producing the Coming to America film. So of course Bella was gonna get her role. And Bella, spoiler alert, if you guys haven't been watching the trailer, but Bella does play his real life daughter in the film. So I'm just dropped that just a little bit. But it's in the trailer, so
Got it.
that much.
It's in the trailer. There's no spoiler alert.
If y'all been paying attention to the trailer.
Nah,
Let's
though.
go.
I think that
Hey, y'all. Sorry.
we said what?
No, I was saying let's continue. Rolling
Oh
out with
yeah.
the AM wake up call with your favorite host, Portia Monique and Custom. And we
Yup,
join the
yup.
ball of Custom.
Let's do it.
I think I'm good.
So who is our guest for today? Who we got coming up at the break or after?
He said we have. Oh shoot, y'all. What's the girl's name? Her name is Takaro. And Takaro is gonna be talking about Atlanta. What is it? The Atlanta Metropolitan. Give me 1 second because I'm pulling it up.
College.
Atlanta Metropolitan. Yeah. College. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm having so many difficulties this morning. But
Tuesday feel like more like
Takaro,
Monday.
It does. So she's a coordinator of recruitment, retention, and testing, the Office of Testing at Atlanta Metro S College. What does the S stand for?
I'm sure she'll let us know. I'm sure she'll let us know. I don't even know. I'm trying to think, like, what could the S... Tell me what it is again.
Put it in the doggone chat. Atlanta Metropolitan S's and Sam College. I don't know.
Okay. Damn. I don't know. Facebook, y'all know what they say?
I don't know.
I guess it could be... I don't even know. I'm trying to think.
I'm trying to call. I think I missed the call. Hold on, y'all.
Who's that?
I think it's
So yeah, but we got her coming up. But Portia, did you see that picture of Will Smith that he posted of his family? Like, well, first off, I didn't even know he had siblings. That's the one. That's the part. Did you know he had siblings? And then to make it so bad, TJ, do you have the picture? Let's see. Will posted the picture of his siblings, and that's his brother and his sister. But his brother damn near looks just like a different version of him in like a different world. You know what I mean? Like in a different realm, I guess you could say. But who knew? And Will, I guess, felt, compelled to post his siblings. And shout out to Will. I love the fact that he's always family oriented, no matter what. Like he finds out a way to incorporate his family, whether or not it's his immediate family of his children and wife, or as we see here, his siblings. So shout out to Will. I like it. I love it. I'm ready for Will to drop a new movie though. Will, when you coming out with a new movie or something, Bad Boys, Bad Boys was dope. I liked it. I think Will played his part. Martin, I think he was just really just like, all right, I'm here for the ride. But Will, come on, man. Classic. Shout out to him. He's a legend. So but I mean, what y'all saying on Facebook? Will Smith reaching back to men, family is growth, loves it. Yes. And Carlos, thank you, Carlos. It is State College. What were we thinking about today? I told you it's Tuesday/Monday, Junior. Um, but yes, thank you, Carlos. And yeah, man, Will is always giving back to his family. And shout outs to Will for being able to mend that relationship with Janet on Fresh Prince, man. So as you guys may have seen this past November or December, whatever time, that was when they had the anniversary for Fresh Prince. And that original Aunt Viv, yes, he amended his relationship with the original Aunt Viv, which was dope. It was beautiful. And just so much growth to see them sit and chat and be able to patch up the loose ends. So shout out to them, man. Easy that Fresh Prince is still running on TV right now. So that's some pretty good syndication dollars. Like, I would not mind having that. My favorite Will Smith movie probably would have to be Pursuit of Happiness. Pursuit of Happiness was an amazing movie. And I think, like, for me, most times when like something is going crazy in my life, or I just need a little bit of some type of inspiration or motivation, I got to tap into it, and I turn that on, and it's just something about it that I just finish it and I just get into watching it, you know what I mean? And from once I get off of it, I'm tapped in. I'm able to go conquer the world. Check in with me, man. Hold up. Custom, don't do Martin like that. Nah, Iris. Y'all know Martin was on there looking. Martin was just up there, holding it down in the shotgun seats. You know what I mean? He was just down for the ride. He was just like, hey, Will, let's go get this bag. We're not gonna leave this money on the table. And I like that. I love it because the fans we wanted that sequel, or I guess you could say the third, because it was the third, so it was the trilogy. But Facebook, D, what you saying, right? I love seeing Will and Janet. Yeah, I love that. It was beautiful. Black love. Facebook, what y'all thinking? Tell me y'all's favorite movie. Let me see something real fast. Tell me y'all's favorite Will movie. Let me check in with y'all real quick. Now, another one that I did love, shoot. I like the movie that he was in with the white girl from Wolf of Wall Street. I think it was Focus. That was pretty cool. And the little chick was cute too. So, but
She was cute. She was super cute. I didn't see that one. I did see that one. Did he fall in love with her at the end or something like that?
he did, and his father in the movie was white, and he helped him like stage like a robbery where he shot him, and then he was just like, I shot you a quarter inch left to the left, died or whatever. I would have hit you in the lungs. But the mere fact that they was like professional crooks was the part that made it be pretty interesting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Kathleen, you said yes, love that.
That movie was Hitch.
Focus,
Okay.
yeah. Oh, Hitch was dope too. Damn, I forgot about Hitch. Appreciate that,
good.
Kathleen.
Bad Boys was great. I of
Yes.
course love the Bad Boys franchise. What was my favorite Will Smith movie? I don't know. It might have been Bad Boys. Wait. What was the alien one? Men in Black.
That was Independence.
saw the
Oh, Men in Black.
Yep. Yeah,
That was a
everything
classic,
well
man.
done. You know what I liked about him? That he resolved and he said, I am going to do one film a year and then focus on other stuff. And that's what he started doing. And for the longest time, he was like the Christmas blockbuster movie. And I remember this specifically because we would always go to the movies on Christmas, me and the boys, and we would always like see one of his films. So
Nah, I loved it. And the mere fact that in the beginning, Will used to pair every movie with a song, if you remember, from Wild Wild West to Men in Black, like you was just singing. I don't know if Jiggy went with a song, with a movie, but he understood marketing and the power. Side note, do you remember when movies used to have soundtracks that actually would have the music video that would put some piece of the movie in the actual music video? Now, for my Gen Zers, that might be a little bit before your time, but this for my millennials and above. I missed that because that's how I first remember seeing Nutty Professor. It was in, I think it was Case Touch Me, Tease Me video. Remember that? Touch me, tease me. That was a jam. That was a bop. Yeah.
Hold on,
Yeah, the only one from me.
baby, I'm in love.
Hey.
All right, y'all.
Facebook, we could do this all day.
Don't do that.
We could do this all day. Oh man. Oh, this is fun. I wish we could tap into our Instagram family too, because that would be cool. Our Instagram live family.
Yes, enemy of the state. Will and Time Cruise ruled the Christmas box office. They did, Kathleen.
That is true.
All of that.
So Portia,
I'm trying to read these
where we at with things?
Yeah.
Oh, D.
Oh, so found out what the S in Atlanta Metropolitan S College is. It is state. Atlanta
The $1 million.
College.
Yes.
You know, so we have someone coming on to talk about their technical programs, and they have digital media, they have financial tech and film productions, they have bachelor degrees in that area. So we're gonna have Takaro come on and talk about that at 9:15. So that was cool. Yeah. Portia Monique, when is a new song? Terrell, where you at? I thought you was coming on. What happened? It was supposed to be for Valentine's Day, Terrell, but we got our monthly conferences, and that be knocking a lot of stuff out because we got to make sure that we showing up for those as well as day-to-day stuff.
Come on, Portia. We get in the studio. I'll produce a song for you. I can write it. You know what I mean?
Because I'm on my way. Don't do
Listen,
that because I'm on my way.
listen. I might already have it written already. You know what I mean? I got a bunch of songs in the stash right now. So yeah.
That's what's up. Let's do it.
Hey,
I'm with
anybody else out there, Facebook Live that needs some stuff, hit me.
Producer TJ said, I got scared. Let me tell you something. I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared.
Hey.
I ain't never scared. I ain't never scared.
So, Portia, I think since it is Women's Month, we should shout out some more women that we think that are some strong women that, you know what I mean, have been making a change. One person for me that I think that I would like to really kind of like give her flowers to is Issa Rae. Issa, I think right now is like doing her thing, and I love it. Like I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Like to really kind of consider where she came from. Because if you guys are really Issa Rae fans, and truly, you guys know her from the YouTube series Awkward Black Girl, and she shot that off of her iPhone. That's amazing. So for you to go from iPhone to HBO, come on now. That black woman needs some celebration. So shout outs to her. Who's yours?
Yeah, I love the way that Issa shows up for our culture, right? So, and she's definitely a culture creator. She's a trendsetter. She's a phenomenal woman. She is confident in who she is, and she shows up as that every day, right? So I recall doing a red carpet. I think it was for Black women in Hollywood last year, as a matter of fact, right before we shut down for the pandemic. But they were ushering everybody into the theater and whatnot because they were about to get started, and Issa was kind of like one of the last people to come through the red carpet. And so her handlers, who didn't necessarily look like us, were like, we gotta go, we can't grant another interview. And so I just stood back like, okay, I gotta go. I was sick already. That was the time that I flew out to Cali and I had my mask on, but I still thought that I might have caught COVID anyway. I was like, I was
Did you
gonna
ever
make it
catch
back
it?
home anyway. I don't know.
Wow.
I
Did
don't
you
know.
ever?
That was
Oh,
definitely during that time. I was down for a couple of days and I never get sick. So I went and kind of got some, medicine and whatnot. But I was in my hotel room in Hollywood for 3 days straight, did not leave. Had to order,
oh wow.
room service and all of that. So I was quarantining, but this was like in February. This was before we had even shut anything down. But to close the loop on Issa, so they were ushering her into the theater, and she saw me with my mic and she walked past me, and then she told her handler, she was like, let me do rolling out because that's what we do. Let me do rolling out because that's what we do. And she came back and she gave her interview and then she went in the theater. But it really does speak volumes to who she is as a person, being authentically herself and being genuinely herself, because you'll see her in the media talk about making sure that she gives these Black outlets, these African American owned outlets, their just due, in addition to the other outlets that may not be black, that may not be black owned, that may not be majority black. So I was just, shout out to her for living up to her name and
Yeah.
doing what she authentically does, and not just talking the talk, but she's also walking her walk. So I appreciate that about her.
No, absolutely, absolutely. I love it. Um,
Yeah.
damn, what was you saying? You had said something that made me think about. Dang it, I can't even remember. It lost me.
But while you
But
think
no,
about that,
go ahead.
yeah, I'm reading Dee's comments. Yeah, she says she loves that Issa Portia moment. Exactly that for the culture. Yeah, she is. She's phenomenal. I love the way that she's forging ahead and creating our stories. I hate that this is the last season of Insecure because we just became insecure crazy. And actually, the windup was fashioned after Insecure because so the windup is my show that I do on Sunday nights, with several co-hosts. We drink wine, we talk about films, we talk about girl chat, we talk about hot to watch, all of that. But it was fashioned after Insecure. And it originally was the Insecure lineup because when it came out last season, we was like, of course, the pandemic had just hit, and we was like, we would get on the phone and talk about it, but we was like, let's just put this in the show. Like, what are we talking about? And it just so happened that
Right.
her brother on the show, Amal, his name is John Ali,
Mm-hmm.
but his name is Amal on the show. He was our first guest. He was our very first guest for the Insecure lineup. So that was super cool. Super cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Sorry, y'all. We on
I would have
Tech
probably had a
Tuesday.
power one. We on
What?
Tech
Oh,
Tuesday,
power
you know what I
one.
mean?
You should.
That would have been cool.
Yeah, you
And but I mean, even
should.
still now, the Ghost, the Power Book one, you know what I mean? Do a Power Book Sunday or something, you know what I mean? Like
Especially,
I wouldn't.
yeah.
Especially what?
Especially when Tommy comes out with his. I saw the season finale. I know it's Tech Tuesday, producer TJ, but we just kind of laughed for a little bit. But I saw the season finale with Power Book. Was it Power Book 2? Anyway, I saw the season finale.
Yeah.
Tommy came back for the last episode, and it was definitely edge of your seat. Like, oh my God, I don't know what's gonna happen next. That type of thing. So, I can't wait for Tommy
Absolutely.
to come out.
Absolutely.
But they said the next one for Tommy, the next Power Book is what? It's not Tommy. Who is it?
Honestly, I'm
Who is
not
it?
sure. It
Do
might
you
be
know?
Kanan. I think
It is
I
Kanan.
don't know.
Raising
Let me not even
Kanan.
get so okay. So it's
It
gonna
is
be the
Kanan
part
because
before
I
he
remember
passed.
seeing the preview. Yeah.
Got it. Got it.
It's raising him, so I guess coming up on him. But I
Got it.
think they doing that on purpose because they know everybody is eager to see Tommy's his portion of it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Tech Tuesday. What we talking about? So
So
producer TJ wants to talk about the malware. I want to get to that too, but D Shields brought up an excellent topic. Thoughts on Twitter's spaces. Um, I haven't heard much about it, but apparently it is giving, or it is projected to give Clubhouse a run for their money. Is that the case? Have you heard about it, Custom?
Possibly. I know that Twitter is always kind of trying to innovate to try to be competitive and stay on the cutting edge. Because even when when Instagram implemented stories, uh, Twitter started doing something very similar. And so each one of these little social medias are always constantly trying to keep up with each other and trying to push the envelope. Um, I'm gonna say this: if Twitter is able to do that, they might have a catch or have a possibility to put them out of. They could be able to outshadow them, put it like that, overshadow, because Clubhouse is limited. You know what I mean? Like, for to be perfectly honest, I was maybe on it for like 2 weeks, and then I was not even 2 weeks, maybe a week, and then I was just like, I'm over it. Only because it just felt like, even though people tried to say it was so anti-pretentious, I still felt like it was pretentious. People were on there like, give me a green bean, I want to be a moderator. Or I remember, I'll never forget, one night I was on there and I saw where 21 Savage was going through and like shutting people's rooms down and taking over their room. And like, it would be people in there having like a real behind conversation that was like on some wealth building thing. And they would come in and it'd be like one person would allow one person to get a moderator badge. And then from there, that one moderator would bring up all of their people and put them on the stage and then close down the chat. So meanwhile, you got folks that are in there that are just like regular audience members that's wanting to hear whomever speak and talk. And you got some rappers, some entourage running in and just shutting down the room because they think it's funny. So
Wow.
that part about it was just, yeah, that was kind of lame. And then there is no real filter or no real kind of how do I say, you can't really fact check people on there, put it like that. So everybody and their mama is up there doing a TED talk, and everybody on there is a millionaire, and everybody knows how to tell you how to flip real estate and how to make $1 million in your sleep and all of that. And it's just like, come on, bro.
Yeah.
It sounds good.
Yeah.
Sounds good. So we'll see.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting. Like you, similar to you, I was on Clubhouse for maybe a week or two, and I couldn't get into it. Like, to me, it was another activity to take away on time. And like I said, we
Oh my
got
gosh.
events, we have a lot going on at Rolling Out that we're no pun intended actually rolling out, and so I couldn't get into learning a new platform, looking for the rooms, looking for stuff that I want to learn about, hear about, and I just couldn't get into it. And so, I'm already not on social media that much to begin with. So in order, to add another platform to that, to try to figure it out and learn it, look for people,
Oh
follow
man,
people, it became much.
it's too
And then the
much. It
whole
was.
invite thing. Yeah. And then the whole
Nah,
invite
and
thing, people was, begging for
yeah.
invites. Like, I don't have no more invites.
Yeah, no, that was a catch
Lord.
for them to try to be able to market it. But I think the main thing of it, the takeaway that I took from it was Clubhouse is a rich man's app, because if you on that joint and you on there for 5 to 6 hours, or if I remember seeing people like being on it throughout the whole entire night, and I'm like, ain't no way. How are you devoting this much time to this app? Like, I would see artists trying to play this was what really kind of shocked me. Artists were promoting their songs or trying to play their songs on there for executives listening on it. And it's like, it almost reminds me of like when we used to like do the voice memo, and you would record a song on your phone and make it be your voicemail, and it'll sound all crazy. And it's just like people were really trying to say, listen to my music through Clubhouse. It's like, dude, you're not gonna, well, that's not the best representation of your music, put it that way. So, but yeah, man.
Right. Yeah. But anyway,
But
going on to Spaces. The Space is a place where people can come together on Twitter. It's built around the voices of the people using Twitter and your Twitter community. And the spaces are live for as long as they're open. So I don't know. We'll see. Mm. Dee said she's still on Clubhouse. So she said she's looking forward to Elon Musk Kanye talk. That would be dope, right? What are they joining up to do? That would be dope to look at that.
Yeah.
But spaces are
Now
liable as
one.
long as they're. Go ahead.
Mhm. Oh no, I was gonna say one cool thing or one time that I was on Clubhouse that was like actually pretty fulfilling for me to be on it was when I was in a large room of music execs and songwriters and producers, and one dude was just talking and just kind of going off on his high horse soapbox. But then they noticed that Usher, the legendary Usher, was in the audience just watching and listening, rather, and they ended up inviting him up on the stage to talk. And at first he wasn't really trying to talk, but then he started talking and he started dropping jewels and knowledge, and it was just like, damn, it shed me a different light for Usher that really made me respect him
Yeah.
even more and appreciate him more, because he was giving so much game about just us as a community and how we need to be more unified as a community, and even putting us up on books to read. Like, he was putting us up on some stuff with Dr. Claude Anderson. Shout out to Dr. Claude Anderson with Powernomics. If you ain't heard about it, check it out. That brother speaks on some great stuff. But so there's some certain good things and takeaways from being on there, but I think the further that it gets, the people that really do value their time are not going to be on there, and it's going to end up just being a wasteland of people that just really don't have any other platforms to be able to be heard. So watch out for that.
Yeah.
But
Like I said, I
yeah.
don't know. I would tune in to the Kanye and Elon Musk conversation. I would. So
Yeah.
let me know when that is.
So Portia,
I'll listen to that
tell
one.
us about these nominations. The
What
nominations
nomination?
for
Oh,
so yeah, the
nominations
nominations
for what?
for the Save the Date for the Celebrating Powerful Women in Business and Culture and Community, the event that we got going on March the 26th and the 27th.
Did I miss it in the
So
chat?
Facebook family. All right. If you do know
Thank you for
of a powerful woman in business, culture, and community, and you want to nominate them, it could be your mama, your sister, your auntie, your cousin, your girlfriend, your best friend, whomever. Send your nominations to promotions, get that, promotions at rollingout.com, and nominate today. Save the date for March 26th and the 27th. We will be celebrating powerful women in business, culture, and community. So, just for example, if you know any strong, powerful Black women, it could be teachers, doctors, lawyers. They could just be your mama. You know what I mean? As long as you feel like that and you give us a compelling story of why, just email us. So I'm gonna give you that email one more time, and it's gonna be a dope event. So make sure y'all check it out. Send your nominations to promotions at rollingout.com. So we look forward to hearing from y'all and celebrate these women.
Yeah, and nominate some women in your own community that are doing some really dope things, right? So we don't know everybody. We don't have tentacles out to the nation, let alone the world, to let us know about these women who are truly doing something and making a difference. We want to know about those women as well as the executive women. Like, what are they doing? How are they making a difference? Because y'all know, everybody know women make the world go round. Y'all know that. Because without us, there would be no you, literally.
That is true.
Iris, listen, it's the Tech Tuesday. Sorry, girl. I don't know. My computer's not working. I'm on my phone, girl. Listen. Give me a pass today. It's Tech Tuesday. I'm reading the comment from Iris in the chat.
Appreciate that,
What was you
Iris.
saying, Custom? Mm-hmm.
I just say, man, I can't even lie. Women do rule the world. As much as, I want to be on my James Brown. It's a man's world, but I still gotta acquiesce to the great Shaka Khan. Who what did she? What was the song she had that?
I'm ever
It was.
woman.
I thought it was exactly. You said it best. I knew it was in my head, but I couldn't remember every woman. Well, I guess, or more so, Beyonce. Beyonce, girls run the world. You know what I mean? But some days I'll be kind of vacillate. Yeah. But you know what? I saw. Are you familiar with Kevin Samuels? He's like a psychologist or whatnot. Like a,
Is
I
that
think he's
the
like a
same
hood
guy that be
psychologist.
downing girls? Is that the same guy that be
Yes, with the
downing girls
turtleneck.
and making them feel
Yeah, yeah,
great?
yeah,
And I
yeah,
don't
yeah,
like
yeah.
him. I don't like his
Hmm.
approach. I don't know him not to like him, but I definitely don't like his approach. And so I haven't been following him. I did see in the media where he completely obliterated this young lady for no damn reason. And I'm saying he made her say she was a five and she wasn't. But if that's what you believe, then sometimes that projects. So anyway, I don't know. I don't like his approach. I don't like how he gives his advice. I don't know if he
I
considers
agree.
himself an expert or not, but I don't necessarily like it. It's mean and it's ugly to me. But what were you
I
gonna say
agree.
about him?
I think no, because I had been hearing about him as well in the media these past few days, and before I kind of surmised my own opinion, I was just like, let me go and check this brother out and see what he's really saying, because I had been seeing the memes and people saying like this man's dogging out folks and he's criticizing and very judgmental. And so I checked out one of his, and then I wanted to see like what is his basis? Like where is his information coming from? Is he like an educated person, or is this all like self-taught knowledge, or is this, you know what I mean? So I still don't know that portion, but I ended up watching a
Mm-hmm.
couple of his videos on YouTube while I was in the gym on Saturday and kind of fell through a rabbit hole. And I was just listening. And one video, he was talking to this one young lady, and I don't know, like you said, he was really just kind of steamrolling her and basically kind of making her change her opinion to shape around what he was saying. And I didn't feel like that was fair, and
Mm-hmm.
first and foremost. And then he was really coming off a
Mm-hmm.
lot like a misogynistic type of person and really making it be where, because what made me think about it was we were saying about women ruling the world, and he was saying that the converse to that. He was saying basically like if you took reproduction out of it, that men run the world because men build your house and men run the police academy and the police field and the police force and the fire department and yada yada yada. And I'm like, true, but he just was making it be where it was like too one-sided, and I didn't agree with that. And the other thing that I kind of didn't like was the fact that he wasn't really talking to somebody of like of a same equally yoked stature of him that was going to be as opinionated and come with it and come with the facts. Like he was speaking to a chick that was just kind of really young and just kind of like, yeah, I guess, and da 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 da. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
mm-mm, you got the wrong woman up there, because the right one would have gone toe to toe with him, and that would have been even more engaging in entertainment. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, so
yeah.
I just
And
wanted to see what
that's
other
what
people. Let me
Dee
see
said. Yeah, so Dee is in
what
the
she say.
comments and she was saying, yeah, well, I need to have a conversation with him, and we don't even have to air the conversation. So Dee has her own podcast, and I know that she has shows on Saturday, but she was just saying, he needs to have a conversation with me because I would shut him down, and we don't even have to air it. You know what, Dee? I was there because it really like in my more mature age, I try not to let a lot of stuff make me angry or mad, but that did because it was so ugly and so mean spirited and so, like not compassionate. It was his delivery was terrible. And we actually had a discussion about this on the wind up because some of the stuff that he was saying, it was I'm not gonna say that it wasn't a lie, but it wasn't necessarily the truth either. But you could see what he was saying. You could see where his points were coming from in terms of, I think the lady, I'm not sure what her name was, but she was beautiful to me. She did have some confidence issues that she probably could have worked on, but nonetheless, he was saying that she was not in the caliber of men that she was seeking, right? And so she said she wanted a man that made six figures and this and that and this and that. And he basically was telling her, you don't fit that. You don't fit that criteria for the men. He was like, you got a teenage son, you got baby daddy drama, you're not that attractive. You got a body, but you don't look like the women that those type of men date. And I couldn't find the girl because I wanted to find her and just tell her, like, you don't have to base who you are off of another man's opinion. That's his opinion. Like, he is not the
Yeah.
end all be all. He does not know it all. I like you said, I don't know if he's qualified, if he has degrees, if he has certifications, whatever it is. I don't know. But I promise you, like you said, he had the wrong one. And
Hmm.
the girl, she needs some confidence boosters. That's all she needs.
Yeah. And because I think
Mm.
that and this is, I guess we could say this and then keep it moving. But I think that for me, because of one video that I watched in particular, he was trying to, I guess, justify or give reason to how or the disparaging differences when it comes to single parents and why there's more single mothers than there is, single fathers or whatever like that. Why the black household is broken, basically. And I hated
Mm-hmm.
how he was trying to make it be where it was all pointing the finger at the black woman and saying it's because of you all and you guys don't do this and you this and this. And it's like there ain't no real person to point the finger at. And that's the part that makes it be where I didn't like that. I didn't like the fact that, what I mean, he was trying to point the finger because if anything, we're all held accountable, excuse me. And that's really my take on it. And that's, I think, is also a touchy subject. So I'm not going to say too much on that. We're going to keep it rolling on Tech Tuesday. I'm sorry. Sorry, y'all. We digressed a little bit and got into our
We digress just a little bit, yes. And Brent,
little
I'm with you. Brent Reborn is in the chat. He said, "Don't get caught up with him. The people who listen to him are truly weak-minded to believe what he says." And on that note, we're gonna keep it moving. Yes, Brent, that
absolutely.
is the truth with an F. That's the truth with an F. Where were we? How did we get down
We
that
were on
rabbit
tech.
hole?
We were talking about women ruling the world and Women's Month. And shout out to the strong women and nominations, nominating your strong woman of your community to the email I gave you guys earlier. So, but what's
Promotions
this
at
about
Rolling.
this? Yes. What was this about the 30,000 Macs worldwide that have been affected with mysterious malware? You know about that?
I don't
So
understand. Let
apparent.
me see.
So apparently, nearly 30,000 Macs have been reportedly infected with mysterious malware. Malware being viruses, software issues, all of that. So, according to researchers at the security firm in Red Canary, so they're saying that the issue was somewhat confounding to Red Canary researchers who said it's not clear what the malware goal is, but the firm said it did not observe the malware delivering any malicious payloads. I wonder if that means that they're like paying out or whatever. But essentially, it's not harmful actions against the device. The malware, which the company calls Silver Sparrow, does not exhibit the behaviors that we've come to expect from the usual adware that so often targets Mac OS systems. So I think that they are including a self-destruct mechanism that appears to have not been used, but adding that it's unclear what would trigger that function. They are also uncertain onto how the malware got onto infected computers, though they believe it may have been through malicious search results. So y'all make sure y'all watch what y'all searching in them search engines on Google. Keep your minds out the gutter. Don't be on these black websites, these black market stuff trying to do, you know what I mean? So
The dark
30,000
web,
though?
right?
The dark web, right? But 30,000 computers have been infected. That's pretty crazy. I couldn't even imagine. And then Macs are supposed to be notorious for like not catching viruses. So the mere fact that your
Right.
computer still gets sick or gets caught with some type of virus is, I've never had a virus on my Mac, and I've had a Mac for probably about the
Yeah.
last 10, 12 years. So
Okay. Mm. I'm a new Mac person. When I was in corporate, we used whatever Microsoft, Dell's,
yeah.
and all of that. But I'm a Mac person, so I probably had a Mac for like the last couple of years, and I've never had any
But
issues.
don't you love
And
it?
D, you're right. I do. I am a Mac girl. Now I've had iPhones, and I've been OS for quite a while because we just are a Mac family. But for my MacBook, I just got that a couple years ago. But yeah, that is odd. It's strange. You wouldn't think that, all this time we've gone without a virus, without any threat of anything. So I'll be curious to know. They said they don't know how you catch it. Like, how would you know that your MacBook is affected? So that's fine. They don't know
So I
how you
think
catch it, but how would you know that it's affected?
it'll possibly, I think they were saying that it will continue to just do an automatic shutdown, or I forgot how they put it, but I believe it just keeps shutting down, and you're not able to like fully load it up and use it or whatever like that.
Okay.
And that's the part that's odd for Macs, and you know what I mean? Because when that starts happening, that's when it's scary, because typically that never happens. But I've only had that occur to me maybe once, but that was because my hard drive had crashed, and I think it was just because I was
Okay.
on the airplane flying from Atlanta to LA, and as soon as I got to LA, something was going wrong with my computer, and it was crazy because I was out there for recording sessions and couldn't access my computer to record on my computer while I'd be in the hotel. So I'd had to go to the studio and record all of my stuff there instead of being able to record something beforehand and take it and be able to have it. So that's a whole nother story, but that's
Wow.
crazy. So, but yes, yes. So, but Portia, we got a guest coming on. So you guys at
We got a
home,
guest
like we
coming
said
out. Y'all,
before, you
I want to let you know, Custom, I can't see the chat. Producer TJ, I can't see the chat. My chat is broken too. So it's Tech Tuesday. I
it's
don't know
all
who in
good.
Mercy
It's
be
all
ready to
good.
say or something, but I'm just saying I can't see the chat.
It is all good.
Yeah.
So like Portia says, you know what I mean? We rolling out with the rolling out AM wake up call. It's your boy Custom and Portia Marie. We got a special
Okay.
Portia Monique.
Time out.
Portia Monique.
Give me,
Portia Monique.
give me a
My bad.
flag on the
My
play.
bad. My bad. Portia Monique. You better put some
Yes,
respect on that.
Portia Monique. Okay,
With
put
the
some
capital
respect
M.
with a K.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
On
Yeah. My bad. So, Portia, we got a special guest, like we said, coming from the Atlanta Metropolitan State College. Miss Takara Combs is in the building. Miss Combs.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi,
lady.
how
So,
are you all?
wonderful. So she is a Macon, Georgia native, but she's also the coordinator of recruitment and retention and testing at Atlanta Metropolitan State College. Welcome to the Rolling Out AM Wake Up Call. It's Tech Tuesday. Tell us who you are. Tell us about the State College, and then tell us about some of these programs that you have that are technical in nature. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I am so excited to represent Atlanta Metropolitan State College on this platform. We are an all access institution embedded in the heart of Atlanta. We are one of the few institutions with Atlanta in our name, so it's our birthright. We are here to serve. One of the most exciting things about what I do is I am able to connect to the people and bring the people to resources that are affordable, that are high quality, and that bring our brilliance, because we know that every last one of our individuals that enroll and connect with us are going to bring theirs. It's Tech Tuesday, and so what more fitting than to talk about some of the amazing programs that we have at Atlanta Metropolitan State College, which include our financial technology program, our computer information systems program, as well as our digital film program, more affectionately known as film and entertainment. So I definitely want to share a little bit about each one. And I'm going to start with financial technology. Since it is Tech Tuesday. I am the enrollment coordinator, and so I work under Dr. Jamaica Wyatt, who is our executive director, and I have an amazing team that works directly, and I say beside me, that's Muhammad Rashid and Shari Speller, and our admissions team. Shout out to Gabby Benton and Sharika Kirkland. I had to make sure I put my team out there because we're working on the front lines all the time, and so I wanted to make sure that I represented all of who makes everything happens on this enrollment side, as well as all of our many colleagues, faculty, and staff, and our amazing president. Um, Financial technology is a part of our eCampus. It's an e-major program, meaning that you can take this program completely online. And what I mean by financial technology, just think about it. We use financial technology in every aspect of our life. For me, I am a tither. I use digital currency or digital currency transactions by way of giving tithes, by way of bill pay. I don't know when the last time I walked into, Georgia Power and paid a bill. I pay my bills online, and I'm sure all of you have Cash App and Zelle. So financial technology is embedded into every facet of what we do. We are the front runner and the hub in Atlanta to that opportunity. Here in Atlanta, we offer one of the largest opportunities for the largest and fastest growing segment of financial technology in the entire country. And so being able to offer that as a career opportunity for credentials is just an amazing thing. You can get a certificate on an associate level in fintech, and that's what the short term for financial technology, or you can get a bachelor's degree level fintech certification, as well as a degree in business administration with a concentration in financial technology. And we also have an associate's level in financial technology. So no matter if you want to give us 1 semester, 2 years, or 4 years, we have an amazing opportunity for you. And I know y'all are all about dollars and cents. So if you get this opportunity, it lends you a connection with all of our many corporation partnerships that start their opening salaries around $60,000 a year. So it is definitely one of those programs that has a great return on investment. It has a great opportunity for employability, and it's cutting edge. It's one of those things that I really wanted to showcase simply because it's something that is growing. When you say the term financial technology, a lot of people don't really connect with that, but we connect with Cash App. We connect with Zelle. And so I definitely wanted to make sure I led with that particular program. We also offer a digital media program, affectionately known as Film and Entertainment Studies. That program is in partnership with the Georgia Film Academy. The Georgia Film Academy is definitely one of those opportunities that we like to brag about. We have a very affordable program, and it's Georgia, as we all know, they're calling us the baby Hollywood around here. We are ranked number 2 right now in the country as far as the amount of films being produced and being manufactured in our city. So we are the hub for it. Our students are able to get hands-on experience. They're able to get partnerships and internships. And Tyler Perry Studios, I know we all know about that. And so we have a direct opportunity for those students to get involved in that capacity with that program. So we are super excited about being the content creators hub. Part of the mission of that program is to create the next content creators, and that is unique to who we are. We're in Atlanta. It's our birthright. Computer information systems. I'm sure that's one of those programs that's been around for quite some time. We had computer information systems when I was in college. Shout out to Albany State University as well. That's my alum, and so I wanted to definitely showcase a little bit about computer information systems simply because it's one of those programs that's a staple for our community. It has directly tied the correlation of training our community in information tech, which is super important. It's an opportunity that has traditionally been used as a transfer opportunity into other colleges that are neighboring us and in the university system of Georgia, such as Georgia State. So you come to us, earn that associate's degree, and because we are a university system of Georgia college, it's completely transferable for you to continue your education in a neighboring institution. So I wanted to definitely highlight those 3 programs since we're on Technology Tuesday, and I wanted to thank you guys for allowing me to share.
Absolutely.
So we do have some people checking into the chat before we go any further. He wanted clarification. Mark Cummings wanted clarification in terms of the coding jobs, and he wanted to know, are you talking about coding jobs in financial technology when you talk about fintech?
So fintech encompasses experiential opportunities that do include coding as well as some security. We've all had opportunities where our accounts have been questioned, or you've gotten a ding like, hey, don't send that, reverse. So those opportunities are all a part of the curriculum of this particular degree and certification. Also, the business administration piece that surrounds the financial portion of that. You're going to get those administrative skills that are important as you navigate through the actual program. So thank you so much for that question. We definitely have the opportunity to be able to encompass a lot with the program. And I do like that we're offering it with a concentration to the business administration, because it's almost like you get a 2-for-1. So I hope that that nailed the question, the answer to the question down. However, I definitely wanted to make sure that you knew that it does have that as a part of the course curriculum.
Cool. Well, Ms. Combs, I have a question. Spring semester just started. Is it too late for people to register, or can they take any online classes?
Let me tell you, one thing about Atlanta Metropolitan State College is that we have rolling enrollment, meaning that we have opportunities that exist throughout the entire year for students to start. So just because you might have missed this particular deadline, we have one right around the corner. We have, 12-week, 7.5 week that you can start and launch. And so I want you, if you are ready, I need you to type in the comments, I'm bringing my brilliance, and email me at recruitment@atlm.edu, and we will give you all the steps to start. And right now, y'all, we are giving, the application is free. Right now you don't have to take the placement exam by way of admission. So, since that question was posed, I really want to get into how easy it is to actually activate your next level. And I don't want to just simply say enrollment, how easy it is to activate your next level. All you need is an application. So you can find that at www.atlm.edu. Once you fill out the application, you only need 3 supporting documents. That is a valid ID, which is your lawful presence, and that can be your birth certificate, your photo ID, your passport, immunization records, if they're not waived. And there's certain criteria that will waive you from being having to submit the immunization, whether it's religious opportunities or if you're operating completely online. So immunization. And then the very last opportunity that we would need from you is your official transcripts from any high school or any colleges that you attended. So testing is one of those opportunities for placement, but it's not a criteria for admission. So when we say we're really offering a resource to the people, we're offering a resource to the people. I am very proud to be an advocate of education. This is not just something that I wake up and get paid to do. This is something I wake up and I have a passion for. This is something that I know that is affordable and it's in the heart, and we're able to provide a real way to change people's lives. And so I am proud and I am honored to be and work alongside my colleagues to do that each and every day. So if you're willing to get those 3 documents together and turn in that application, I am willing to call you the next trailblazer so that you can blaze the trails with me.
All right now. I love it. And yes, and you can also go to rollingout.com right now and click the link to register for free. So everything is online, as well as the same Miss Combs has already, let us know so brilliantly, advocating for the next brilliance of our next generation, the next trailblazers. I love it. I'm actually into the whole TV, film, television. Go ahead. Studies as well. So I love it. Important.
Yeah. I wanted to touch on, and so because you gave us a lot in such a compacted amount of time, but you did say something about you guys have connections with Tyler Perry Studio, and students can learn firsthand from that. Give us just a little bit more about how that program works and what's the criteria to get into that program, or to get an internship, or to just whatever it is that you need to do to be able to do that as well.
So the first thing is you have to apply. So we're going to start there. And upon your admissions acceptance into the program, as a part of the course curriculum, there is an opportunity to be able to have hands-on experience. You'll be able to work alongside content creators that have been on the set of Walking Dead, that have worked on some of the household brands and shows that we watch each and every day by way of learning hands-on and having that experience with them. Because we are a member and in direct partnership with our certification with the Georgia Film Academy, that partnership lends opportunities for internships that no other opportunity that you can look into outside of this has, because of our direct relationships. If a student is in good standing, let me lead with that. Good standing means that you're showing up, you're showing out, you've earned the recommendations of some of your instructors and some of the colleagues along the way, then that opportunity and several other opportunities will be afforded to you. Our dean let me know something that I didn't know, so I learned a little bit about this on yesterday. Shout out to Dina Cole. He said that our students are on this list, that a listing that when there are opportunities and gigs, that is affectionately known, gigs is what we call it in the streets. When those opportunities are available, we want to know that our students are the first that are being called. So we have our A's and our aces in the places, and Atlanta Metropolitan State College, we definitely offer that to our students first. So we're trying to help everybody, but we're going to help our own first. So if you want to be a part of that A list, because if you've never made all A's in your life, you can make all A's with us and be a part of the A list through that program. And so to answer your question more directly, once you become a part of the program by way of the curriculum, you'll have an opportunity to engage, work hands-on with those individuals. You'll be afforded an opportunity to be on our A list, and that opportunity also lends a way to Tyler Perry Studios and other opportunities that we have in film throughout the city, state, and country.
Nice.
I love that.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's nice. Mm-hmm.
Well,
So you got
Miss
Facebook
Combs, we
checking in
definitely.
for you.
Mm-hmm.
Before
What they
I'm
saying,
gonna
Portia?
let Custom close it out, but Facebook is checking in for you. Cassandra Smith said, "Many thanks to Takara for showing the brilliance of AMSC. We welcome you to apply, get accepted, and become a trailblazer." And people were just saying that you are a great person to know, and thank you, for coming on and being so informative. So thank you. But yes, Custom, please close it out.
Well,
Absolutely,
thank you all.
absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Miss
for having
Combs,
me.
we
Thank
have
you for everybody that tuned in.
absolutely. So perfect. So like we were saying, if you are interested in registering for free, check out rollingout.com. There's a link. And before we leave, Miss Combs, tell them how you can find you as well. What's your contact?
Absolutely.
What's your social media?
Yes, so my direct social media is going to be on Instagram at ATL Metro State College. That's our Instagram. If you go to Facebook, it's Atlanta Metropolitan State College. If you would like to connect with me directly, you can email recruitment@atlm.edu. If you're interested in any of the programs, you can go to our website at www.atlm.edu and click on programs. And all of the programs that I highlighted today, financial technology, just remember that it's Cash App, financial technology, digital film, and affectionately known as film and entertainment. We're in the entertainment hub. And computer information science. So make sure that you look at all of the program offerings. So this is Technology Tuesday. So I highlighted 3 of our technology programs, but we have some amazing programs, certifications at our college, and I would love to be able to share. And even though we're in COVID, you guys can visit us and do a modified tour on our campus. So if you would like to have an on-campus campus tour, we have a beautiful campus. I would love to meet you. I would love to greet you. I would love to see you. Bring your brilliance, because I'm bringing mine.
Nice,
All
nice.
right, bring your brilliance. Bring your brilliance, because she's bringing hers.
That might be my
Love it.
that might be my positive. You might have just lended me my positive thought. Bring your brilliance. I love that. I like that. You got to bring your best self.
Yes.
Well, Miss Combs, it's been a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Take care.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Seems like you got a
Speaking
lot of
of
folks on
positive thoughts,
Facebook who you
go
say what?
ahead.
No, I was
No,
saying it seems
I'm
like on
listening.
Facebook where we
I'm
got a lot
following your lead.
of I was just saying it seems like a lot of our Facebook family is pretty tuned in when it comes to film, TV, and a lot of things that Miss Combs was saying. So it seems like y'all pretty interested. You know what I mean? Like even when it comes to the code, and I hear you, Mark. You could code. Coding is that's the new wave. That you know what I mean? Like that being able to develop apps and websites and coding, UX, front end, back end, all of that good stuff. That's the wave. I don't know how to do it,
Yeah,
so that's
I was a computer information major, and so I started out coding. Originally, I went into it because of the money, right? So that was one of the industries that you can go into right out of college and make what we perceive to be good money, right? So yes, I know how to code as well. But once I got into it, I found that I was just way too creative to be able to sit there and code. Like I could do it. That's why I'm so process oriented now. Like you got to document stuff. You got to make sure that you're following the process. Everything has a system. So I appreciate that background and that foundation. But let me tell y'all something. I would not code today for $1 million. Like I just wouldn't do it. It just doesn't suit me well. So I'm just say that I loved it at the
yeah.
time. It definitely provided a lifestyle, but I can't continue to do that now. It helps me though, like in my day to day, like I can figure some stuff out quickly. But in order to like sit down and code and write a program and I went into automotive with my coding, so it wasn't necessarily sexy, it wasn't fun, it wasn't like you really did have the weight of your shoulders on you if your program crashed, right? You sitting up here writing
Nah, for sure.
programs and code for these huge ass companies, and it's like if you get it wrong, like the pressure was on you because if you had a bug, if you had something and it just went wrong, it was just they looking at you like that was your code, that was your piece
So
of
Portia,
shit.
what you telling us is, Portia, you telling us you a closet nerd, you undercover, you smart as
You
I,
know
you know what I mean?
what?
You over here.
I was the L7. I'm not gonna like
Listen,
L7. What is that? Fair.
ain't nothing wrong with it.
I'm
Intelligence
smart.
is the new
Yep.
sexy, you know what I mean? Intelligence and
Mhm.
intellect is the new sexy. So I'm all here for it, you know what I mean? Like even for myself, I enjoy learning. When school, I was a big math and science. At one point, I thought I was going to be an architect, engineer, you know what I mean? All of that good stuff. But then I just was just like,
Mhm.
I like drawing out the lines. I don't want to use a scale and a protractor and all of this other stuff. Like I want to just draw and put a line here because I felt like it. Like the creative in me would not allow me to be that rigid and structured and uh, uh,
Yeah.
uh, uh.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's when I ended up just, really embracing my passions as a musician and as an
Yeah.
artist and all of that good
Mhm.
stuff and never look back. So
Absolutely. Yeah,
yeah,
and
but
D is right. Young people should definitely study coding. It's definitely a way of life now, right? So it was kind of rare back then. Now you see a lot of programs that encourage black girls who code, black teens who code. A whole bunch of stuff that
yeah,
integrates coding with our youth, and I definitely think it's important, especially in the day and age of the video games. Like we need to be teaching these kids how to program these video games as opposed to just sitting in front of them all day and playing. Like,
right.
what would you
And
do? How would you create that world? What does your creativity look like? And then be able to actually program it and put that out as well. So, yeah,
no,
I
I
agree,
totally
D.
agree. I totally because even you got folks as like Pharrell that's giving opportunities to students that are young coders, black coders, and I'm all here for it. Like I love it. Like Pharrell is one of my favorites, and I love the fact that we're pushing the envelope for career placement as black people to do different things and occupy different spaces that we once never really was even seen inside of those type of buildings, and it definitely wasn't in the masses. So everybody just expand and try some new
Yeah.
things, especially like you said, instead of just being the consumers playing the video games, create them so you can create what you don't see type of thing. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to give a shout out to Kathleen Cole, and she over there in the comments, y'all, talking about Portia is brilliant and beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Kathleen. Appreciate that.
I
Yeah.
see Kathleen over there. That's funny. That's funny. So what we got going on next in Tech Tuesday?
So y'all, I just seen an alert because I'm on my phone and I'm not normally on my phone. I'm always on my computer. But I just saw an alert that was it Vernon Jordan passed away? Was that, did y'all see that? It was breaking news from CNN. Breaking
I
news,
missed that.
Vernon Jordan, civil rights activist, elite Washington power broker, and confidant to Bill Clinton, has died at age 85. So
Wow.
breaking news. I know that's not Tech Tuesday, but it definitely is important on the heels of the end of Black History Month. Vernon Jordan was definitely Black history, and he has passed at the age of 85. So just a little bit about him. I'm reading because I'm still on my phone. But Mr.
All
Jordan,
good.
who
All
was
good.
selected to head the Urban League while still in his 30s, counseled presidents and business leaders. He was a civil rights activist and Washington power broker whose private counsel was sought both by the powerful at top levels of government and those in the corporate world. He died yesterday. He was 85. His death was confirmed in a statement from Vicki Jordan, his daughter. And he began his civil rights career after graduating from Howard. Here we go, Black excellence again. Graduating from
HU.
Howard University School of Law and was selected to head the Urban League in the 1970s while he was still in his 30s. Yeah, HU, you know, I'm an honorary HU person. My best girlfriends attended, so you know we was at every homecoming.
My sister
But
attended,
this is
so right. My
yeah, your
sister
sister did.
attended to she just got her PhD this May actually. So yeah, so exactly. So we real proud of that. She actually her name is Dr. Monique. Dr. Monique Lewis. So yeah. Dr. Monique D. Lewis. Yeah, that's my sister. Shout out.
Hey, Dr. Monique. But shout out to Vernon Jordan as well. His closest relationship was with former President Bill Clinton, whom he had befriended years before he was elected president in '92. Mr. Jordan was chosen to be the co-chairman of the transition effort and became at once the confidant and golfing buddy of the president, a member of many corporate boards, and a highly paid lawyer lobbyist at one of Washington's most politically engaged law firms.
Nice. Well, Portia, quick question. Did you hear that NASA renamed the DC headquarters after the Hidden Figures engineer Mary W. Jackson? The Hidden Figures, you know what I mean? Right. So we just posted this story on Rolling Out yesterday. If you want to check it out, it's on there now. But NASA renamed, get this, its formal headquarters in Washington, D.C. on Friday, February 26th, after the agency's first African-American female engineer, Mary Jackson. Jackson began working at the National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, that's the NACA, the forerunner of NASA, in April of 1951 as a human computer. So you guys may have remembered that from Hidden Figures, the movie. Right. But within this segregated West Area Computing Unit, which would later become NASA's Langley Research Center in Hampton, Virginia, Jackson would go on to become an engineer and later managed Langley's federal women's program and championed equal employment opportunity efforts toward the end of her career. She was portrayed by Janelle Monáe in 2016's film Hidden Figures, which highlighted her and fellow African-American NASA trailblazers Katherine Johnson, as we remember, and Dorothy Vaughan. So shout out to NASA. Come on with the inclusion. That's what's up. So if you want to check that story out, it's on Rolling Out. Hmm.
Absolutely. Epitome of sisters with superpowers. I'm so elated to hear that. And I might have to just go back and watch that film again, Hidden Figures, which was definitely a great film. Janelle Monáe played the character, Miss Jackson. And then, of course, Taraji P. Henson played Catherine. Catherine's last name was Johnson? Catherine Johnson.
Yeah, Katherine Johnson, exactly. So yeah, no, that was pretty cool. So I love to see stuff like that.
Yeah,
Now all we got to do is
absolutely.
just put. Now all we got to do is just put Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill and give us some reparations,
So,
and we'll be a step closer to everything else.
absolutely.
So what?
So I did read that once President Biden was in office, he was moving forward with making sure that he pushed to put Harriet Tubman on a $20 bill. So I am anxiously awaiting that so that we can see, a sister with superpower on our money. I think that will definitely be a
Absolutely,
great look.
I
Yeah.
think so too because I'm tired of seeing. Well, I'm not tired of seeing Benjamin Franklin because who can
You
be
like
tired of seeing a $100 bill?
Benjamin Stan.
I
Benjamin
like
Stan.
I like how it spins out of my head, you know what I mean? But sometimes just seeing them
Yeah.
folks on there just it's a constant reminder sometimes that just doesn't sit well. But I mean I'm not against it. That's one of those things I'm gonna have to just deal with it. I'm gonna just get over it, you know what I mean? Whatever this thing is
Yeah.
gonna buy me is gonna bring me some more happiness and whatnot. So but also
Yeah.
going back to,
What,
what's
so,
hot in the news.
mm,
Did you hear that they're still going on with these allegations against Ti and Tiny, against the allegations of allegedly him and his wife drugging and sexually assaulting certain women? I hate to hear that about any black men in news and in Hollywood, but that is very much of a sensitive subject. Portia, what you think? I know, I
so
know.
it's a very sensitive topic, and so you some of the stories do sound eerily similar. However, what I'm not hearing as much of, but read it beforehand, was that some of these women were paid if they did what they said that they did. Whatever, I don't know,
Right.
but if that's the case, like, do they get charges brought up against them for prostitution, or like you was
See,
paid?
that's the
So
part
I
that
don't know.
right. And see, that's the part that makes it be where it's kind of skeptical because it's like, are you really are like when did we allow sex workers to be, I guess, like,
Paid.
is it legal now? Is it like, you know what I mean? Like I don't understand where's the boundaries of this. And it's like
Right.
I don't know. So apparently, they're saying sources are saying another professional casualty has been reported for Ti in the wake of the allegations against him and his wife, Tamika Tiny Harris. Weeks ago, the couple's former friend Sabrina Peterson came forward on social media with accusations that the rapper held a gun to her head. Soon, Peterson would return with several women who allege they are victims of drugging, sexual abuse, and kidnapping by the famous couple, accusations that both Tiny and Ti have actively denied. So on Monday, though, which was yesterday, it was reported that a New York lawyer named Tyrone Blackburn penned a letter to state and federal prosecutors in California and Georgia. He claims that he's spoken with alleged victims, reported 11 additional women who accused the couple of sexual assault and rape, while he also calls on the authorities to launch an official investigation. Wow. So apparently, T.I.'s lawyer and T.I. and Tiny's lawyer, Steve Sato, has issued a statement on behalf of the couple saying they deny, in the strongest possible terms, these baseless and unjustified allegations. We fully expect that if these claims are thoughtfully, thoroughly, and fairly investigated, no charges will be forthcoming. That's about it. I hate to see that, and I hate to hear that. Just because we've been,
I
especially
hate to
coming
hear
from
it too.
Atlanta.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
but
especially, but especially coming from any entertainer that is vocal in our community about making change. So, whatever people's sex life is their sex life. Whatever you like, you like. Like, I just recently heard about a woman
Absolutely.
that has an OnlyFans page that, she only show her feet. She got feet fetishes and she making thousands of dollars from showing her feet. So if that's what you into and that's what you gonna pay for, then pay for it. But don't go complain and say, well, she didn't put a picture up of her pinky toe, so I want my money back. Like you know what you signing up
Right.
for. Like if
Right.
you're
No.
getting paid for a service, like yes, you can complain about the service, but also be upfront with I got paid for this. And so in several other stories that I read about, the women were saying, yes, I got paid, but and I'm like, I don't know if you can go past the butt. Like I'm not necessarily condoning or you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not saying that nothing happened to them. They might, something may have happened. It's worth an investigation. But at the point where you say, I got paid, I accepted the money, like when does that stop? And I'm not a lawyer. Maybe we need to get a lawyer on. If there's a lawyer in the chat, put something in there. Maybe we'll come on the show to explain to us how that works. But I'm just saying, if you got paid for the service and you performed the service, but you didn't necessarily like, you can complain, but who do you complain to? And at the same time, say, I got paid. That's all I'm saying.
That is true.
I went on my little
That is
scary
true.
tirade
And
right there.
no, and here's the thing. This is by no shape and form to be insensitive to the people who have experienced certain traumas in their life. So,
Yes.
but the other part of it is if you initiate and all the way agree and you come to somebody's house and you willingly take certain substances that you know are illegal and you partake in certain activities, by all means, that does not constitute for any other kind of things to be taken to a whole nother level. But come on, ladies and gentlemen, let's be grown-ups. Don't sign up for something. If you know somebody's inviting you to their house at 3 a.m. and they're about to pay you X amount of dollars to perform X amount of stuff, we know what this is. You know what's going on. So just be careful. But you made up a point, Portia.
Go ahead.
Real quick. I know, I don't know if you heard about this one story. It was a white woman in, I think, California. She's a mother that has an OnlyFans, and her children got expelled from school because the school and the community and the parish found out that the mother had an OnlyFans account. Now, I don't know how I feel about that because it's like, what happens to the kids that's in daycare and they mama work at Magic City? Do they still can't come to daycare, or do they not be able to go to first grade, second grade? Like, how does that work? So it's just like OnlyFans that's come on, y'all. What you think?
Yeah. Listen, if I had pretty feet, let me tell y'all something. I would have my own
Collecting the coins.
going. Like if I could do some OnlyFans where all I'm doing is taking pictures of my feet, y'all. Please trust and believe. I will have me some OnlyFans going on. Okay. It's a way of getting paid and being innovative during this pandemic, doing something that is not illegal, but is still able to generate some income. There was a story about a pastor who was doing her OnlyFans sermons in her negligee and nightgowns and sexy loungewear, whatever it was, and she was getting paid for it. She was a pastor. Come on, y'all.
See, no. That's, you can't do that. You mixing the Lord with lingerie. That feels like a slippery slope.
At the pulpit. She said she don't care. She said she don't care.
Come on.
She got fans. She getting paid. She got money coming in.
Listen, that's how you enticing folks to come to church now? Oh, I get it. So it's called tithing now. When you on OnlyFans, that's the tithing. I get it. Oh, okay. Said she was getting more from OnlyFans. Damn.
I would go the route of doing I need to find out something else that y'all like and do that ain't necessarily too revealing, too salacious, too
oh my
much.
Gosh.
Just revealing too much.
Listen,
do it.
I'd be
I'm not lying.
I'd be I'd be skeptical because you got some weirdos in this world, man. You go to Craigslist and just read some of the things like that. Oh man, I don't want it. I don't want no parts of it. Like it just reminds me,
I know.
huh?
Go ahead. No, it
My
reminds you
fault.
what?
No, real quick,
No.
going off of that, just thinking about the weird people in the world, it just reminds me of a story that I read about. I think he was a special ed teacher, was on Zoom with his class and forgot that, or he didn't manage to turn off or disconnect the camera after the class was over. And would you believe this fool starts masturbating while still on the camera? And some of the kids are still connected. It's like, and he was just like, "Oh, I didn't know that I was still connected. I would have never jeopardized my career and done that and yada yada yada." And it's just, dude, just looked kind of. I'm gonna just put it out there. He looked weird. Like he looked like. I would not. He would not be able to teach my children no more.
We need to be interviewing these teachers, y'all. We need to make sure that, as much as we can, and aside from homeschooling, because we see where that is. We be like, take your ass to school. My kids going to school on Monday. They going to the actual facility on Monday. That's when the school open back up. But still, like, we still need to kind of pay attention to who's teaching our students, because if you are, that pressed after class to do whatever, and like, it just makes you think, like, what was you looking at that made you like want to go there? No, you was just in class, sir.
and it's like yeah, we don't have to give that too much energy, but that is something. Yeah, that is crazy. But
that was creepy. But
oh man, we got to switch it up.
So this is a way that people have been able to make a lot of money during this pandemic. I think there was and I'm not exactly sure what it was, and I can't pull it up because my internet is messed up, but I think there was a frontline worker. She may have been like a nurse or something, and she was going to school and trying to become a nurse, but she also had her OnlyFans page, and they tried to rip her in the media, talking about she's a frontline worker. She don't need to be doing OnlyFans. But she's like, listen, I'm not harming anyone. I'm making a living, and I'm generating some extra income, and I'm still on the front lines helping y'all asses out. So, I felt her on that. I'm not exactly sure how much she was making, but some of these women out here making a lot. They say Black China is up there. Like, China is like up there in the numbers in terms of how much she's making, and it's in the millions. So
there are a few women that are on there and they are making bank. I'm trying to tell you, to the point where they probably stopped stripping, they've stopped doing hosting in the clubs, because the money that you make. And the other thing of it is, I'm not on OnlyFans, so I don't know, but nobody knows what's the actual content that they're posting. So a lot of times that I've heard has been the biggest catfish was like Ruby Rose. She was on there and she just reposted literally the pictures that were from her Instagram on there. Cause it's like, once you got my $3, it's like, shoot, you got it now. And on top of it, unless you cancel the subscription, you're going to keep getting billed $3.99, $5.99, whatever it is each month. So that part is the way that, and what we're talking about Tech Tuesday, subscriptions are the easiest and sometimes the most efficient ways for you to become millionaires and to build wealth. And I say that because it's the success is in the numbers. If you think about it, take 10 people. If 10 people are paying $10, that's $100. So even if you maximize that $100 times 12 months, that right there is 12,000. If I'm, or is that, no, 1,200, excuse me. So that $100 times 12 is 1,200. But if you add another zero to it, it becomes 12,000. So that just means you're doing 1,000 people at $10. So imagine if you're doing 1 million people at $10, that's just for the whole year. You can be able to get, you do the math. So that's the way that you're able to kind of make money off of certain things and look at it from like, all right, even if you wanted to invest it and scale it down to t-shirt lines, if you know that you want to sell this amount of t-shirts, then at this amount of money, this is how much you can be able to generate in this amount of time. And that's the way that you're able to kind of scale it down to say, all right, if I want to make 100,000 this year and make that be my annual gross, then how much of whatever product that you're trying to create do you need to sell it for, and at what quantity? And free game right there for you guys, ladies and gentlemen. But
Yeah.
I like that. I love
Math.
subscriptions. Yeah.
Absolutely, because I know I be forgetting all the time, and as soon as I see that charge on my statement, let me go and cancel this right quick.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good money. But you just touched on t-shirts. You just touched on t-shirts, and there was some controversy. I won't say controversy. It was definitely newsworthy news. One of my fellow alumni, Cass Tech's finest, Cass Tech in Detroit is one of the magnet schools, and it's one of the best schools in Detroit, high schools. Anyway, the guy Tommy Walker owns Detroit versus Everybody. He's done a collaboration with Gucci. And now they're offering Detroit versus Everybody t-shirts with the Gucci branding on the back. And those t-shirts are selling for, guess how much, Custom?
$400.
Yes.
400.
How you guess?
Because I know. Shout outs to y'all. I'll be up on my fashion. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I was saying, no, I love it. I've been seeing those shirts. No, I was saying I had seen the Detroit versus Everybody shirts a while ago, but my sister actually sent me that link about that story yesterday, and I didn't even see the price point, but I just know anything Gucci, they're gonna hit you over the head for it, even if it's just a t-shirt. But I love it. Get that coin. And you represent your hometown.
Right. Mm-hmm. So we were having a conversation about it, my co-host and I from the Wind Up, and my 2 cents about it was that from a business owner perspective, it's a brilliant move, right? Because you making money. And I said he might alienate his customer base. However, he might also just gain a new customer base and keep the old customer base. So I'm saying, from a business perspective, I think it was a brilliant move. If I was the owner of it, I think it was definitely a brilliant move. What you think?
No, for sure. I think that anytime that you're able to align with, well, let's just say, in most cases, align with a large brand, depending on, that's still contingent upon you don't lose your integrity because you're collabing with a brand that doesn't identify with, your ideals and morals. But in this regard, I love the fact that Gucci is trying to be more inclusive when it comes to the culture and reaching back and allowing, people like this young gentleman to be able to put his brand out there and be stamped by a Gucci, because that alone automatically is a great cosign, first and foremost. And then secondly, you got people that just love high fashion that's just going to rock it because you're like, oh, you didn't know I got this one. This was the Gucci collab. You might have the regular Detroit versus Everybody, but this is the Gucci collab. So that's the part that I think makes it, yeah. That's the part that makes it be the valuable part.
Absolutely. That's the power of branding. From what I can tell, Custom, it is the exact same shirt. It is the exact same design. Detroit versus Everybody. And then on the back, it has Gucci. So that's the only difference from what I can tell. I haven't seen them in person. I haven't inspected them. But from what I've seen online, it's the exact same design, just with a Gucci stamp on the back. So that's definitely the power of branding. If I was that business owner, I would have gone for it as well, because we still got y'all regular shirts. I still got y'all shirts for $40, $50 over here. Come get those. But also for that high fashion connoisseur, go ahead and get that Gucci t-shirt, because we just want to know that you got it like that. So, and of course, you want to show everybody that you got it like that. So rock it. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just hope that the payout for huh?
No,
I was just saying, I hope that the
business owner.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I agree. I just hope that the payout for him as the business owner adds up and it's equal, you know what I mean, equally yoked when it comes to, like you said, that price point for his brand in comparison when it's stamped by Gucci. And playing devil's advocate with that, I just hope that they're not just seeing it as something where it's just like, oh, this is already a moving train. Let me stamp my name and my brand on it so that I can kind of feed off of it and not necessarily like kind of help to put a whole new creative approach to it and put it out there to where we're able to. Because what I would have appreciated if they definitely had done the regular Detroit versus everybody graphic, but maybe if they created something else that was like a dope new like capsule t-shirt that was like some kind of dope graphic where it had the Gucci and this guy, and making it be where it really kind of came together, not where it's like, you already see this, let me put my big ass brand on the back of it and making sure that y'all see that it's Gucci though. So but we'll see. I think that's about.
Iris Baker is checking in. Iris said, she said, I don't care who making, I'm not paying $400 for no damn t-shirt. And Jean said, $400 too rich for me. I buy my clothes from Walmart. Girl, yes, let me tell you something. $400 for a t-shirt is a little rich for me too. So I'm not doing it. But they do have alumni t-shirts from my high school. One of my co-hosts went and ordered hers yesterday. It was $43. I'll pay $43 for my alumni Tech versus everybody t-shirt. I will definitely be ordering that. As far as the $400 t-shirt is concerned, I will not be buying or purchasing a $400 t-shirt. Not doing it.
I might if I put my logo on it and Gucci give me that. Hey Gene, get on OnlyFans and I'm pretty sure you be buying you a bunch of Gucci, Gene. Once you get on OnlyFans, you're gonna have the Gucci bags, the YSL bags.
If I find me a OnlyFans, y'all better support me.
Tygo on OnlyFans, and he putting the little females on there. He got a whole a girl model, you know what I mean, a model agency with a few different little baddies that he throws on his OnlyFans, and apparently bruh making some bank. So I mean, hey, I might have to. So if you interested, you know what I mean, get at me. Custom ladies, the baddies, you know what I mean? We might can work something out.
Let me do my Let me get my Heidi flights on too. I'll get my Heidi flights on.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all.
Yeah, so we got to get our positive thoughts off. Portia, you go ahead.
Oh, okay. So I'm going first, y'all. Y'all know my it's Tech Tuesday, and I've been having some issues. I've been having some tech issues today. But my positive thought of the day is dedicated to Candace Benson. She tuned in earlier when we were having a conversation about failing forward, basically was the gist of the conversation. But she said, positive thought of the day, shout out to her grandmother. She said, my grandmother always said, if you don't bump your head, you'll never have good sense. If you don't bump your head, you'll never have good sense. Y'all, go on out there and bump that head. Bump that head. Get you some good sense. I'm passing the ball over to Custom, y'all.
Yes. So, yep. Like Portia said, this is your boy Custom, coming with you all with that live positive thought for the day. I think I loved what Miss Combs said, bring your brilliance. But I'm going to add to that, you can't catch any blessings with both of your hands filled. So, and sometimes you got to drop something or let something go or open your hands so that you can be in position to receive. And that's just really what it is. Open your minds, open your hands, and be receptive to being able to get your blessings or being able to bring your brilliance and put that out into the universe and get back positive. So that's my positive thought for this morning. I'll be back with you guys on Thursday. I won't be here tomorrow, but this is your Rolling Out AM wake up call with your boy Custom, Portia, Monique, get it right. And we'll be back tomorrow.
Monique. All right, y'all.
We'll see y'all.
Jean, I'm with you, girl. I might have to do me an OnlyFans for my elbows too. I give you half of the proceeds since that was your idea. Listen.
D said she be watching The Weekend on OnlyFans. You hear me?
I see. Oh my God.
Hey, if Lori had an OnlyFans, I might just have to check it out for research purposes only. You know, if Lori had an OnlyFans, I might have to just check it out. Yeah, if she had an OnlyFans, I just have to support because black women, you gotta support them. So I mean, you gotta check them out. You feel me?
I agree. Investigative reporting is definitely necessary.
You gotta do your research.
Do your research. You have to. R&D. Y'all, it's been cool. Thank y'all.
It's been good. It's
I
been
mean,
good. So,
Custom, thank you for helping out
what's up?
this morning because whatever.
Absolutely.
Go bump your head.
I enjoyed it.
Go bump your head.
Go bump your head. Get you some common sense.
Get you some sense.
Hey, common sense ain't too common,
Yeah,
but
y'all.
stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow.
We'll see. I'll be back tomorrow. Custom coming back, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow with Tiara.
Right.
Tiara Berry. Shea Berry. Peace.
Tiara.